Hello, everyone. Well, as you know, this is Nigeria. Let me start by saying to the Veku, thank you so much, everyone. I see you, I hear you. And most times on the streets when I'm talking to people, and they always remind me of Veku. And it's always such a fun thing. And that shows me, ooh, this is our crew. Thank you. But anyway, today for this video, I'm going to be talking about the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA. Yes. So one a doctor who is also a member of NMA, because I'm not a member of NMA, and except you're a medical doctor, you also are not a member of NMA. So now them matter. But a doctor who has local standard in the whole issue has written an open letter to the Nigerian Medical Association asking them on what basis did they declare Nnamdi Kanu as being fit for trial. And according to what somebody said, he said you never see NMA coming when it is time to declare corrupt politicians fit for trial. So on what basis we just woke up one day and we saw that, that they have declared that Nnamdi Kanu is fit for trial? I don't think the issue of the trial of Nnamdi Kanu is what is in contention. For me, I've always made my stance known on this. If you have if you've arrested him, prosecute him, let him go through the whole court process, and if he's found guilty, arrest him. Otherwise, release him. If the court have given him bail, you need to give him bail. But this whole harassment, arresting someone, bundling him, bringing it in, putting him on lockdown, it's an absolute no. It's against the law, and that shouldn't be done. It should not be done by the state, nor by anyone else. And then the next thing we saw was that the NMA had come out to say that, Nnamdi Kanu was fit for trial, although the lawyer said there was no physical examination. They were not informed, they were not told there was no physical examination, that they had something that they do, that DSS did some months ago, some years ago, according to that report, but it has nothing to do with the court. So if there was going to be a medical that was being done on him to determine whether he was fit for trial or not, because he had complained of some health issues, then he needed to be informed about it and it needed to be carried out. Nothing like that was done. And then it's the enemy. I'm like, is enemy trying to be politically whatever? Are they doing this? And the next thing, the same enemy tomorrow are going to come and start telling you they want to strike that, their salary, this, that. When you people are always supporting any harness. But anyway, like I said earlier, it's not my business, it's not your business, it's their business. But one of them who thinks it is her business, and rightfully so, has written this open letter. And that is Dr. Fola Sheye. She's ENT, head and neck surgeon. So it's not a Anaisha Isufu that does not have MBBS degree. And she said, open letter to the National President, Nigerian Medical Association, NMA. Subject, clarification on the role of NMA in declaring a patient fit for trial, the case of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from Dr. Adefola Sheye Adebomi Adebayo, ENT head and neck surgeon, FWACS FMC/ORL. To Professor Bala Mohammed Audu, National President, Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, National Secretariat, Abuja. Dear Professor Audu, I write to you as a concerned and committed member of our great association, the Nigerian Medical Association. Recent reports in the national media have attributed to the NMA the declaration that Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, currently standing trial in Abuja, has been found fit to stand trial and that his illness is not life-threatening. While it is understandable that the court may from time to time request the professional medical input in cases where an accused person's fitness to stand trial is in question, I must respectfully request clarification from the National Secretary on what constitutional or statutory basis the NMA as a corporate body performs such a function. Which is true. It's not a doctor that was called in. How does the body do this? To the best of my knowledge, and according to the NMA constitutional bylaws available to members, our association's functions are primarily professional, ethical, and advocacy based. Nowhere, as far as I can ascertain, it says, is there any provision empowering the association itself as opposed to the independent medical experts or panels appointed by the court to declare a defendant fit or unfit to stand trial. Let me just pause here a little bit and say, and I even look at this from this point of angle to say, the association itself, it's not his job is not to be checking health of people or whatever. It's on issue of advocacy. What do you call it? You say on ethical issues, a doctor doing the right thing or not, administrative issues, all of those kind of constitutional issues, but not in terms of providing healthcare services to people. So how is it that the NMA as a body decided to check? It's supposed to be individual medical experts in whatever area are doing this checking. And if the court needs a group of them, then the court will appoint a group of doctors to say, okay, go and check it. How is the association the one to check it? And this is how institutions are bastardized and they become nothing. They become mere toys in the hands, of oppressors and those who are hell-bent on destroying our country. And it says, traditionally, and in line with standard medical legal practice, the process has always been as follows. One, when a person's fitness to stand trial is in question, the court appoints qualified medical experts, often forensic psychiatrists or a multidisciplinary medical board, to assess the individual's physical and mental condition. Two, the panel reports to the court, which then makes the legal determination of fitness to stand trial. Three, the NMA as a professional body does not issue such declarations in its institutional capacity unless the association is merely acting as an administrative conduit to nominate experts, in which case it should be clearly stated that the declaration emanates from the individual medical practitioners and not the NMA itself. Given this distinction, I, along with many colleagues, seek your kind clarification on the following points. One, point, under what article or section of the NMA constitution or bylaw does the association have the authority to constitute or endorse a medical panel for determining a person's fitness to stand trial? Second, was the panel that examined Mr. Nnamdi Kanu constituted as a court-appointed body through the NMA, or was it presented publicly as an NMA-declared verdict? Three, if the latter, how does this align with the professional and ethical boundaries of our association as defined by its constitution? Sir, as you would agree, clarity on this matter is necessary not only to uphold the integrity and independence of our profession, but also to ensure that the public correctly understands the role of NMA in sensitive medical legal proceedings. I therefore humbly urge the National Secretariat to issue an official clarification citing the specific constitutional or statutory framework that underpins the association's involvement in this particular case. Thank you for your kind attention and continued leadership of our association. I trust that your office will provide the needed transparency to reassure members and the public alike. With professional regards. And then she puts, her picture there. You see why you see why education is not a scam? Quietly asking them. And just to quickly look at some of the comments, let me take two or three comments. One says, rightly questions under what law or constitutional authority the NMA can declare Nnamdi Kanu fit for trial. This is not just about one man. It's about medical ethics, professional integrity, and transparency in Nigeria's justice system. The NMA must clarify this immediately. And this is from a handle called Supreme Clerk at ODJ. Basil Azuwike says, I've not heard of NMA involvement determining the health status of corrupt politicians who usually claim to be sick during trials, wondering why Nnamdi's own should be a standout case. Then finally, Chinyere Eweke Chinyere says, Dear Dr. Folasheye at Folasheye, that's her handle on Twitter, from now known as X. It says, in life, there's always that one opportunity to leave a legacy for prosperity. When your opportunity came, you took it and used it to conscientize the enemy. May this courage emboldens you to continue to speak up for the less fortunate. History will be kind to you. And on that note, I say to you, What is it that you want to be remembered for? Do you see wrong and keep quiet, or do you see wrong and in your own capacity speak up about it in the way that you can? Thank you so much for watching. Bye.